Hey everyone, it's Nicholas Wilton at Art to Life, and I'm in a corner of my house that has a blue wall, so I'm shooting this vlog there. But this today I'm talking all about color, and I've always been a huge fan of color. In fact, when I was trying to figure out if I was going to go into art or marine biology, I was infatuated with color and I was really into undersea, like swimming, studying reefs and fish and I loved that so much. And I remember I took chemistry and I didn't like that that much, but the color was what was so incredible to me of what I was seeing. And I realized it didn't take long to realize that I actually that's what was interesting to me was the color of what was happening on in tropical reefs and underwater and that I wasn't so interested in the chemistry of it and I chose not to do that and I went full on into art. But early on when I was painting the objects that were the colors that I enjoyed and I realized that I liked the things that I liked the colors of. I did a lot of landscape pictures. I loved blues and colors of oceans and how waves and light coming through waves and um, certain colors that occurred in nature. So I painted that subject matter, but then over the years I realized that again, it wasn't the ocean that I wanted to paint, but it was the color. And so I learned that the actual color is a subject matter. And now I'm just painting colors and shapes, but it has a lot to do with color. And and for me, colors have specific meanings. And I know this is personal, but what I've found is, so for example, there's a certain kind of aquamarine blue that it's the color of that reef. It's the color of of water, blue water with white sand with light coming through it and it reflects up through the blue and it turns it into that aquamarine color. That color for me, when I'm in it, I have such great memories of that, but that color to me means unbridled freedom. It means it's about hopefulness and it's about future and it's bliss. It's blue for me is bliss. And and I use that. And when I use it in my work, that's what it makes me feel like. And it affects my painting and other colors. Like green for me feels like this outsider, feels like an alternative, somebody else, a sort of stranger in the room. And so each color to me has a certain meaning. And I just think that's so fascinating, right? And so the things that I've realized about color is that even though these are personal for me, if I think of blue and aquamarine and I'm using these colors that connects to people, even though these are my own personal narratives, for some reason, lots of people share that or they buy the work because of the color and they might not hear or see the same thing in it, but they get the feelings of it. And sometimes it's exactly the feeling of the color that I feel is what people buy the work and they connect with it and they want to be around. They feel the same way. So this was huge for me, and this is just something that I've realized in the last 5 or 10 years that the subject matter of a painting can be color, and it's just kind of extraordinary. Um, and the other piece about color is that it's completely abstract. It's a great it's a launching off point for abstract thinking because what is color exactly? And if you're painting a painting about color, I mean, it is so out there and it's so random, and everyone's used to it. And we grow up with color, so it doesn't seem that strange, but it really is so abstract and it's so emotional, but it doesn't have any subject matter. And it can apply to many things, which is what abstract painting kind of does. It's metaphorical, it's really expansive. And so it's a great place to be, and, mining that as an artist because you have so much freedom. Uh, I love that. And I love the fact that you can't think of another color that we don't have. I mean, I'm sure there's some that we haven't discovered yet, but you can't imagine it. And the whole subject's just wide open. It's just like a dark, like a starry night. There's infinite possibility out there with it. And I love it for that. And the other point about it that is interesting is that it seems to me that the colors we choose and like, they're affected by culture. They're affected by what's going on in the world and how we feel and what's happening. So for example, right now, blue, you can't not connect it to first responders with COVID, right? Like that color, that feels that is in taking that meaning on. So that's another thing. It is able to fill up with the culture and take on new meanings and can change for you what the colors mean for you. It can change and it changes for other people. So it's got this global, like different meanings in different places in the world. And I just love it. So if it's something that you're playing around with and you're wanting to explore it more, I think you can really lean on color and make that a bigger part of your work. It's just opens up so many doors. So that's what we're talking about this week. And I'd love to hear, leave a note in the comments, what colors connect for you, are strong for you, and which ones and why. I mean, it's an amazing, what people connect with colors, how they think about them. It's different for everyone, and it's so interesting. We'll be talking our theme for this week for the Kitchen Table Art Project. For those of you, on Wednesday at 12 o'clock, we're going to be talking about this. I'm going to be working on a blue painting. Blue is our color that we're going to be kind of diving into. And so show up for that. Bring all your colors, especially blue. And it's going to be really, really good. So if you want to find out more about that, click on the link below, kitchentableartproject.com. But that's kind of what we're diving into is color, and blue specifically, the color of the first responders. That's really up right now. A lot of gratitude there, and just seems like kind of a cool thing to think about and work on. Thanks for being here. Leave a comment below. This is really interesting. Wait till you see these comments, what people think about with color. All right, guys. See you soon. Okay, bye. Hey, everyone. If you found this helpful, I have a whole lot more to teach, share, and inspire you with every single week. So please join the Art to Life YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Okay, great. Let's do this.